the goal, I think, with entrepreneurship is to get it to a point that you're exhilarated by it rather than that you feel like it's a grind that you really should be doing. So how do you get your work to feel like that? And after doing a bunch of research and experimenting with this a lot in my life and interviewing a load of people, boiled it down to basically three things that start with the letter P, and that is play, power, and people. So play is this idea of, can you find a way to approach your work in the spirit of play? Can you find a way to just make it a little bit more fun? There have been a bunch of like Nobel Prize winners and entrepreneurs and athletes over the years who have landed on this conclusion that actually the way to do your best work is to honestly approach it with a sense of lightness and ease, a sense of play. So there's a bunch of different prompts in the book about how you can do that. Power is sort of like this thing we've been talking about in video games. You feel like you're leveling up. Leveling up is a big aspect of power, becoming more confident, taking responsibility and taking ownership. I think if anyone is listening to this who's like a corporate employee or a student, is like, I think the default way we think about energy is actually wrong. The default way we think about energy is that I have a certain amount of energy in the day, and then that energy gets depleted over time with my work. And then in the evenings, I need to like chill out and stuff. But that is a very like bad way to think about energy. We all went to the gym this morning. It actually recharged our energy, I suspect, rather than depleted it. Yeah. We're doing a lot of work, burning a lot of calories, but weirdly you feel more energized afterwards than when you got there. Now with work, you would think that if you just like did the bare minimum, just coasted, just were fully disengaged, you would think that that would conserve energy. But actually, anyone who's had that experience of like doing work that they're fully disengaged by, it is the most draining thing in the world.
The day goes so slowly.
It goes so slowly. Yeah. At the end of it, you feel like shit. You're like, what the hell? But when you're working on a project you're excited about and you're engaged with it, you're doing more work, but you're getting more energy out of it. And so that's this idea of power. Can you, even if you're like, even if you have a boss who's telling you what to do, can you find a way to do it on your own terms? Can you find a way to enjoy the process? Can you find a way to improve the process? Can you take ownership of the different aspects of the thing that you're doing, even though you can't control what you're doing? And the more ownership you take, the more responsibility you feel like you have. That profoundly boosts our sense of intrinsic motivation. And so it makes you feel powerful, makes you feel good, generates energy. And the final one is people. Everything is more fun when you do it with friends. Podcasting is more fun when you do it in person. Co-working with people, like going to a coffee shop, going to a co-working space, going to a library, all of that just generates way more energy than just sitting in your room and grinding away on your tasks.
That was a clip with Ali Abdaal. Check out the full episode right here.
Oh.
What? What was that?